Because those are going to be the ones that are going to drive your business, that they're going to help you achieve your business goals.
Welcome to the show, Bonnie.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. Glad to have you on here.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm excited to sit and chat with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So earlier we had talked about your past. You were originally in the medical field, but you transitioned into entrepreneurship, starting with home improvement projects before finding your passion in marketing. You
Yes.
founded Second U LLC, where you work with small business owners to kind of grow their business online, right? So you've had a very unique journey being a part of multiple fields and industries. So what was it that led you to becoming that marketing guru?
So I'm a military spouse, and so every time my husband gets orders to move, I have to move with him. And about 10 years in, I got sick of constantly being the new person. And I really was like, I'm gonna do my own thing. So I started my building business. And along that journey of like having my own business, I realized how hard it was to like run a business, but also learn marketing. And I didn't realize how much there was with marketing and the digital marketing and just everything that it entails. And so when we moved from California to Texas, I kind of went on this journey of like, I'm going to learn every possible thing that I can about marketing so I can, one, help my like online virtual assistant business, but also my goal was to teach other like solopreneurs and entrepreneurs like how to market in a way that like made sense and in a non-overwhelming way, because I feel like if you own your own business, the last thing on your mind is trying to figure out your marketing. And so it usually gets put to the wayside. But if it's made in like easy consumable chunks, then it's easier to digest. And so that was my whole goal, was like I wanted to learn it for me, but then also I want to like pass on that information.
Yeah, that's really interesting because your journey, led you into marketing and shaped the way you approach it today. So shifting now to kind of towards more product-based businesses, since that's kind of a big focus, what do you see as the essential digital marketing strategies for driving sales and building a loyal customer base?
I definitely see the fact that there's always a strategy missing. I feel like that's the number one thing when it comes to marketing, is making sure that you have a strategy
Mm.
and understanding how that strategy is going to help you achieve your goals. I hear a lot of entrepreneurs say, "Oh, I'm posting on Instagram today because I just haven't posted," or "I'm posting on this platform because I just haven't posted today." And it's like, cool, but why are you posting? What's the goal behind it, and how is it going back to your original business plan? And that I think is the key to everything. Because once you have a great strategy and you've got a great marketing plan, then you can run with that.
Absolutely. And that's kind of like the core sense of the strategy right there. So when it comes to kind of tracking your progress so they even see if you're doing good or bad, when a new business first dives into digital marketing, what are the key metrics or data points they should kind of be focusing on?
So it really depends on the goals that they have for their social media. Everybody has a different goal. Some people just want to be out there. They just want to be, have awareness behind their brand. Some people want to drive sales. Some people want to drive traffic to your website. So it's important to know the goal that you have for that platform and then look at what metrics can help you measure that. For example, on Pinterest, we use Pinterest to drive traffic back to our website. So when we're looking at our analytics on like Google Analytics, we're looking at how many clicks went from Pinterest to our website and how long did they stay on our website? Because you can see all of those metrics when you use like UTM codes on all of your social media.
And you kind of brought it up right there. Could you tell us a little bit about these UTM codes and kind of how it's your like secret weapon and tool that you like to use?
It is. I always say this, and I often get people looking at me like I have no idea what you're talking about. So UTM codes are essentially extra text that's added to your link on anything that goes back to your website. So there's like 5 different metrics that you can measure, like source, medium, which campaign, and you can use these to see what exactly is working. You can post on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on Instagram, and you can track, okay, on this campaign, I'm getting more traffic from Instagram versus LinkedIn. So you can water the flowers and prune the weeds. You can do more of what's doing good and then kind of get rid of the stuff that's not working. Because I oftentimes see the vanity metrics are measured of, well, I've got all these followers, well, I've got all these likes. And it's like, that's great, but like, are they buying from you? Are they helping you achieve your goal? Because you can have millions of followers, but if they're not doing anything for your business, then it's pointless.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up because I mean, also codes are free. It's a free tool that, kind of almost anyone can use out there. And
Mhm.
there shouldn't be a reason why you don't use. And you kind of brought up those vanity metrics, right? People shouldn't be looking at likes and followers. They should be instead using more actionable metrics, such as maybe conversion rates or customer acquisition costs. So why should businesses be focusing more on these actionable metrics?
Because there's going to be the ones that are going to drive your business, that they're going to help you achieve your business goals. For example, on Instagram, you can see how long, or on YouTube, you can see how long someone is watching your video, and then you look at that analytic on that video, and you can see, okay, well, at this point they dropped off, and then you figure out, okay, why? Why did they drop off? Do they not want to listen to me anymore? Am I boring? Like, where in your video or your reel did your customers drop off? If you're doing 20-minute videos on Instagram, you can't even do that. But I'm just saying, like, if you're doing these really long videos, but people only last them 30 seconds, do 30-second videos.
Absolutely. And, with this tool like UTM codes, they'll be gathering a lot of data, but like kind of what should they do with it, right? They have a lot of data. So kind of how can they turn these data into actual strategy? Let's say if their example or if their goal is lead generation, what's not a good example strategy for them to use?
hmm So, with all of the metrics that they have, let's say, for example, it's lead generation. You're going to look at, if you're like, for us, lead generation is we're building our email list. We're going to look at the lead magnet that we have on all these different platforms. We can see which one is getting the most clicks. And then if you want to do ads, you go to the one that's getting the most clicks, because you can also see, okay, I'm going to do a video, but I'm also going to do a carousel. Which one does better? And you like, from that information is how you optimize your social media strategy. That's how you look at what's doing good and then just do more of that.
Absolutely. And having that free tool and these kind of easy to understand analytics can be very helpful for those starting out. But when does it make sense to dive into the more advanced analytics like customer lifetime value or return on ad spend?
I think it depends on where you're at in your business and what your goals are. I always tell everyone, have a good amount of decent traffic from your organic content before you invest in paid content, because you don't know what's going to work unless you try the organic stuff and you see what's working from there. Then you go to the paid side of things. But with all this, it just depends on your business. If you're really wanting to like grow, and you could be making $300 a month, but if you want to like really build your business, you need to look at the analytics and you need to like have a good strategy. I think that's my repeating message that I say all the time to all of our clients of like, what's the strategy? Why are we doing this?
Absolutely. Reasons just to be doing it in the first place is always important. So while we're kind of on the topics of advancements, AI is a huge trend right now, with AI and machine learning becoming more common in these digital marketing tools. How can startups leverage these advances without needing, a big budget or a huge team?
Yeah, I mean, AI is amazing. It can definitely streamline a lot of your processes. There's programs like make.com, or you can take a blog post that you have, because that's the goal of like repurposing content. If you've got content already, like blogs and YouTube channel or YouTube videos, that content's very easy to like repurpose and use on other platforms. You can take that AI and you can give it this blog post, and then you give it a prompt that says like, write me 12 posts using this voice from this blog and only this information, and this is the goal that I have. And I also say, make sure you read it and edit it, because you can tell who's using just AI and not reading it. And you can tell who's like actually spending the time. I will say throughout like Instagram, I've noticed a lot of people don't really read those huge captions. So unless it's for your keyword optimization, don't waste your time. Don't spend a lot of time. You want to stop the scroll with the image that you post. That's the goal. So don't waste a lot of time on your caption.
Yeah, great tip. And as exciting as these tools can be, beginners can stumble along the way. What are some common pitfalls beginners should try to avoid when starting out with these analytics?
I think just don't get overwhelmed. Just start with one thing that you're going to track. So for example, you're going to track the different platforms. So like the source of where you're posting. So and also don't try to boil the ocean. You do not need to be on every single social media platform. You just need to be where your target audience is. So understanding that. Because when I started marketing, I didn't even know that was a thing. I was just like, I want everyone to read my posts and buy all my stuff. That's not the case. You have to have a very specific target audience. So just starting with one specific analytic and really focusing on that. And then when you have that down, then add something else.
Absolutely. Trying to focus on every single platform or multiple tries at one time can be very exhaustive, especially in the beginning. So avoiding those mistakes is key. So looking ahead, how do you see the digital marketing analytics evolving in the next few years? And what should solo entrepreneurs and startups be prepared for?
I'm not sure because there is so many new things that come out. I tell everybody don't focus on like the technology side of things because everything changes so much. Um, Looking at and understanding the basics of marketing, the pillars of marketing, because those haven't changed. Your price point, your product, your placement, the same stuff that was going on 20 years ago is still relevant today. You know, rolling with the punches and, understanding that there's going to be change and not being so focused on, I need to learn this program because guess what? 6 months from now, they're going to change it. So not so much focusing on the programs and the software, but the basics and the message behind all of your marketing.
Absolutely. And for entrepreneurs that are starting this journey, they'll need the right guidance. For someone just starting out, what's kind of one key piece of advice you'd give them when diving into digital marketing analytics?
If you have the budget, hire someone to do it because you can spend the time that you're trying to figure it all out on things that you're good at. If not, then find a mentor or find a good program that will help you along the way. It's hard to because there's so many people out there that are like, I'm a digital marketing expert and this is what you should follow. So, you know, understanding what you want to get out of it and finding someone that you resonate with and to learn it. In the beginning, that's how I learned it. I watched so many YouTube videos. I did so many workshops that I was like, this is insane. And my husband was like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm learning this today and I'm learning this today. And so there's a ton of free stuff out there, but it's finding what resonates with you the best and how you learn it.
Absolutely. And finally, where can they kind of find these best resources to deepen their knowledge? Or maybe, what's some good resources or platforms you recommend for entrepreneurs looking to learn more about digital marketing and analytics?
So definitely check out our blog. We have tons of great information on there. James, who is my business partner with Innately, has been doing marketing for 40 years now. And so I call him my marketing Yoda. So I've learned a ton from him, but we also have great blogs on there that do talk about the pillars of digital marketing, the how to create a simple marketing plan, how to build a content marketing strategy for your social media. We have great blogs on there. And I know some people are like, I'm not writing a blog, Bonnie, but I'm telling you what, there's such good information on there. I mean, daily, I'm like, wait a minute, we have a blog on that. And I go back and read stuff. So
Awesome. Yeah. Anyone curious about finding out where that blog's at? All of her links will be listed in the description below. But in case anyone has some more questions for you, Bonnie, where can they go to reach you?
yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, Bonnie Conrad. It's CONRAD, or they can find us on Instagram at Innately. It's INN, the number 8, LY. And then our website, innately.com.
Awesome. Perfect. And this was a shawarma. Bonnie, thank you so much for coming on today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I enjoy talking about marketing when someone will listen to me.